Hey there, welcome to the 35th session. In the previous session, we have configured the identity and the JWT in our project. In this session, we will see some helper classes and controller that we will use. In the helper directory, I have created a new class that contains the constant for the role and the policy names. For now, I have added the three roles: customer, restaurant, and admin, and I created policy for it. In the API project, create a new directory for the models. Login details contains the username and password field only. This model will be used as the input to the our controller. Token details will use as a response from the controller. It contains the token as well as the time when it will expire. After this, I have created a user controller. This controller is responsible for validating a user as well as generating the token. I am not making this controller from the scratch as it's time consuming, but I will provide overview of all the method in this controller. Declare those 5 private fields, and in constructor inject all of them and assign it to the private field. At the class level, specify the authentication scheme is JWT. Authentication is the main action within this controller. We obtain the login detail based on the specified mail ID, obtain the user and check for the password. If it's valid, then generate the JWT for that user. Here we have generated credentials from the secret key and set the token expiration to the 3 days. Then create a list of claim. It includes the unique identifier, username, user ID, and the role. Then generate the token. It requires the issuer, audience, claim, and expiration time, and a credential. From these, generate the token details. At the end, obtain the existing claims and remove it, and add the new claims. Using this action, we will create the default role and user. Let's run this project. Copy the URL, open the Postman, paste the URL. We want to call the create default users. Send the request. Here default user have been created. Open a new tab, paste the URL. Now call the authentication action. Method will be post. In the body, pass the username and password. Change it to the JSON. Send request. Here we got the token. Open another tab, paste the URL. I have created another action, protected page. This is only accessible when the user is logged in. So copy paste this action. Method will be post. Send request. Here we got the unauthorized. Authentication will be a bearer. And paste the token here and send it. Here we got the details for the logged in user. This is not required for the GraphQL. I have created it for just verifying that authentication is working proper or not. In the next session, we will integrate it with the GraphQL. Stay tuned for the next session.